Dear ladies and gentlemen, there will come a moment in your life where the opportunity you've been praying for knocks on your door. But the real question is, will you be ready when it shows up? You don't rise to the level of your dreams, you fall to the level of your preparation. Too many people wait until the pressure is on before they decide to get serious. But I came here to remind you, preparation is never wasted. What you do in the quiet will determine how you perform in the storm. You don't train in the ring, you train before the fight. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Some of you are waiting for your big break, but God is waiting on your daily obedience. You want the platform, but you don't want the process. You want the spotlight, but you're neglecting the secret place. Listen to me. Your future is formed in your faithfulness. What if your moment came tomorrow? Would you be ready? Or would you still be making excuses, still trying to fix what you could have fixed a year ago? Stop living in crisis mode. Start living in purpose mode. When you stay ready, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you don't panic when the pressure comes. You move with confidence. You speak with authority. You walk through doors already knowing they were made for you. Don't let your destiny be delayed by your lack of discipline. Stay ready in prayer. Stay ready in character. Stay ready in preparation. Stay ready in mindset. That way, when God says now, you can say, I've been ready. 10 key points of the speech. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Preparation precedes opportunity. You don't rise to your dreams. You fall to your level of preparation. Daily discipline builds future confidence. What you do when no one is watching prepares you for when everyone is. Stop living in emergency mode. Life shouldn't always feel like a last-minute scramble. Stay ready. You train before the battle, not during it. Warriors are made in quiet, not in chaos. Faithfulness in the small unlocks the big. Before promotion comes preparation. God responds to obedience, not excuses. Don't ask for more when you're not stewarding what you already have. Readiness brings confidence. When you're prepared, you walk differently. You don't fake boldness, you live it. Spiritual readiness is essential. Stay grounded in faith so you're not shaken in storms. Opportunities come suddenly. What if the door opens tomorrow? Don't miss it because you weren't ready today. Being ready is a daily decision, absolutely. Here's a ***, large, in-depth expansion of key point 1 *** from the speech. You don't rise to the level of your dreams, you fall to the level of your preparation. That single line right there can define the difference between ***, those who win and those who wish. ***, everyone has dreams, everyone has visions, everyone has prayers they whisper at night, asking for breakthroughs, open doors, and divine appointments. But dreams without discipline are just decorations. ***, hope without hard work is hollow. ***, it looks good on the surface, but when the pressure hits, it crumbles, because it was never built on preparation. Think about it. How many times in life have people missed their moment not because they lacked the gift, but because they lacked the grind? You can't wait until the opportunity shows up to start building the skills. You can't wait until the relationship shows up to learn how to love. You can't wait until the mic is handed to you to find your voice. ***, the time to prepare is now. ***, before the doors open, before the spotlight shines. Before anyone sees you. If you wait until the platform is in place to get your character in place, the weight of success will collapse on top of your unprepared soul. Preparation is like a private investment that pays off in public rewards. Nobody claps for the practice, but they sure notice the results. Athletes don't win gold medals because of what they do in the arena. They win because of what they did long before the lights ever came on. Hours in the gym, early mornings, late nights, the sweat no one saw, the consistency no one celebrated. That's the kind of preparation life demands from you. Let me tell you something powerful. ***, preparation is not glamorous. It's lonely, it's repetitive, it's uncelebrated. ***, but it's absolutely necessary. While others are distracted, doubting, or delaying, you've got to be preparing your spirit, preparing your strategy, preparing your soul. And it doesn't matter if the opportunity looks a million miles away. That's not your concern. Your concern is asterisk asterisk. If it comes today, I will not be found unready. Asterisk asterisk, you stay faithful in the shadows so that when the light hits you, you're not exposed. You're revealed. That's the power of preparation. It doesn't inflate you. It roots you. Because when you finally step into what you've been praying for, your preparation is what will hold you there. Dreams get you started, but preparation keeps you standing. Stay ready, stay sharp, stay focused. Certainly, here's a asterisk asterisk long form expansion of key point 2 asterisk asterisk from the speech without a subtitle or conclusion. Daily discipline builds future confidence. There's no shortcut to the kind of unshakable confidence that moves mountains and silences doubt. It's formed in the secret decisions you make every single day when no one is watching. You don't become confident by accident. You don't wake up one day filled with purpose and direction. That confidence is built like a house asterisk asterisk, brick by brick, routine by routine, sacrifice by sacrifice. Asterisk asterisk, and every little act of discipline becomes part of the foundation that allows you to stand firm when others crumble. We live in a world obsessed with results, success, performance, applause. But let me tell you, asterisk asterisk, true confidence doesn't come from applause. It comes from alignment. Asterisk asterisk, being aligned with your values, your calling, and your God-given responsibility. And that alignment is built in the quiet hours of your day, when you choose to do the right thing even when no one is keeping score. Daily discipline is choosing prayer over panic, character over comfort, purpose over popularity. It's saying yes to consistency and no to complacency. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's studying when you feel stuck. It's preparing even when there's no sign of opportunity. Because guess what? Asterisk asterisk, your consistency in private becomes your confidence in public. Asterisk asterisk, confidence doesn't come from being the loudest in the room. It comes from knowing you've done the work, that you've shown up, that you've refused to quit when quitting felt easier. Confidence isn't a performance, it's the byproduct of faithfulness. Every day you show up with discipline, you're not just working on your goals, you're working on yourself, and that inner work becomes spiritual muscle. It becomes emotional stamina, it becomes mental clarity, and when the pressure rises, you don't shrink, you rise with it. Why? Because you've already rehearsed this in your routine. You've already trained for this moment in the trenches of discipline. Discipline is the difference between wishing and walking in it. It separates those who talk about change and those who live in it. The person who has practiced consistently will always outlast the one who only shows up when it feels good. Every small yes you give in discipline is a seed planted in your future. You won't see it immediately, but one day it will show up in your voice, your posture, your decisions, your direction. You'll look back and realize that confidence wasn't something you magically found. Asterisk asterisk, it was something you quietly built. Asterisk asterisk, day after day, step by step, choice by choice. So if you're wondering why you don't feel ready yet, maybe it's not that you're unworthy. Maybe it's just that you haven't practiced enough discipline to recognize your own readiness. Certainly, here's a asterisk asterisk large expansion of key point 3 asterisk asterisk from the speech, without a subtitle or conclusion. Stop living in emergency mode. Too many people live their lives like they're constantly trying to put out fires, reacting to problems, chasing after deadlines, scrambling to fix what they should have prepared for. That's not how you're called to live. You weren't created to live in panic, always one step behind, always stressed, always overwhelmed. Emergency mode feels normal when you've lived in it for too long. You get used to rushing, used to barely making it, used to saying things like, "I'll figure it out later." But here's the truth. Asterisk asterisk, living in constant survival mode drains your strength, steals your focus, and kills your growth. Asterisk asterisk, you weren't meant to survive your purpose. You were meant to thrive in it. Emergency mode is a cycle of chaos. And chaos always feels urgent, but it's rarely important. It tricks you into believing that you're productive when in reality, you're just busy. There's a big difference between movement and progress. Asterisk asterisk, you can be constantly moving and still going nowhere. Asterisk asterisk, and that's what emergency mode does. It keeps you in motion, but not in direction. You spend your energy reacting instead of planning. You spend your days recovering instead of building. You keep putting out little fires while your future slowly burns in the background. What if you stopped living like everything was last minute? What if you stopped waiting for a crisis to start caring about your calling? What if you prepared today like your life depended on it? Because in many ways it does. You don't have to live this way. You don't have to constantly be catching up. God didn't give you a life to live under pressure. He gave you a calling to live with purpose. That requires order. It requires foresight. It requires choosing structure over stress. Living prepared means choosing margin. It means making decisions in peace so you're not forced to decide in panic. It means getting ahead not to impress people, but to protect your own peace. Because peace is powerful. When you live from a place of peace, you make better choices. You communicate clearer. You lead with confidence. You show up as the version of yourself that's built, not broken. Let me ask you something. Are you constantly exhausted because of what life is throwing at you? Or because you haven't created the space to respond in wisdom instead of reacting in fear? Preparation breaks the cycle of emergency mode. When you plan ahead, pray ahead, and work ahead, asterisk asterisk, you gain control over what once controlled you. Asterisk asterisk, you don't have to panic when things shift. You adjust with clarity. You don't have to rush to fix things. You've already built systems that protect you. So step out of crisis mode. Step into a rhythm of readiness. Build your life on principles, not pressure. Because when you stay ready, you won't have to live your life constantly trying to catch up. You'll be walking in purpose, with peace, with strength, with power, of course. Here is a asterisk asterisk full length expansion of key point 4 asterisk asterisk from the speech, with no subtitle or conclusion. You train before the battle, not during it. That sounds obvious, right? And yet so many people wait until life starts falling apart to start getting serious. They wait until the storm hits to build a shelter. They wait until the door opens to start developing discipline. But by then, it's already too late. Think of any great athlete, soldier, leader, or visionary. They don't wait until game day to get ready. They train, they prepare. They condition themselves asterisk asterisk mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually asterisk asterisk for the battle before the battle ever begins. Because when the pressure is on, there's no time to go looking for strength. You either have it or you don't. The same is true in life. You can't wait until your marriage is breaking to start learning how to love. You can't wait until your opportunity arrives to start studying. You can't wait until your platform appears to start working on your character. The preparation you avoid today will be the weakness that shows up tomorrow. You don't sharpen a sword in the middle of a fight. You sharpen it in the quiet, in the stillness, in the unseen places where no one is clapping, no one is watching, and no one is posting. That's where warriors are made. That's where leaders are built. That's where purpose is forged. And I know training seasons can feel frustrating. It's not glamorous. There's no spotlight. There's no external reward. Sometimes it even feels like you're doing all this work and nothing is happening. But don't confuse silence with insignificance. Just because the world isn't watching doesn't mean God isn't working. Asterisk asterisk, every repetition matters. Every sacrifice matters. Every early morning and late night counts. Asterisk asterisk, you're building something that will last beyond the moment. It will carry you through the mission. When you train ahead of time, you don't just survive the battle, you shift the atmosphere. You bring confidence into the chaos. You bring clarity into the confusion. You don't just show up, you show up strong. And here's what else happens when you train beforehand. You develop instincts. You build muscle memory in your faith, in your discipline, in your habits. So when the enemy comes, when the stress hits, when the temptation rises, you don't panic. You already know how to respond because you trained for this. That's why it matters what you do in the waiting season. That's why it matters how you show up when no one is checking on you, because those private victories will become your public power. It's easy to wish for success. It's easy to dream of impact. But you can't expect God to bless what you haven't prepared for. He's not going to send you into the next level of your life if you haven't trained for the weight that comes with it. Some doors haven't opened yet, not because you're not called, but because you're not ready. So train now, dig deep now, get serious now, when the time comes, and it will come. You won't have to scramble or fake it. You'll stand there knowing, I was built for this. I trained for this. I didn't wait for the fight to find my strength. I brought my strength to the fight. Absolutely. Here's a large, detailed expansion of key point 5 from the speech, with no subtitle or conclusion. Faithfulness in the small unlocks the big. That might not sound exciting, but it's one of the most powerful principles you'll ever learn. Because we all want the big stage, the big moment, the big opportunity, but we forget that God always starts with small things, and how you handle the small is a test of whether you're ready for the big. Some people are praying for platforms they haven't trained for. They're dreaming about next level influence while neglecting their current level responsibilities. They say, when I get there, I'll give it my all. No, you won't. You'll only give your all there if you're already giving your all here. God watches how you manage what no one else sees. He watches how you show up to places that feel beneath you. He watches what you do with what feels insignificant. Why? Because your integrity in the small spaces proves whether your character can handle the weight of greater responsibility. Everyone wants elevation, but few are willing to be faithful when no one is clapping. Few are willing to serve when it feels thankless. But you have to understand promotion is not a reward for talent, it's a result of trust. And trust is built in consistency. That means how you speak to your coworkers matters. How you treat your family when you're tired matters. How you manage your money when it's tight matters. How you commit to the process, not just the promise, that matters. You want to see the favor of God show up in big ways. Then, be faithful with the little things He's already placed in your hands. Faithfulness is not flashy. It's showing up on time. It's doing the right thing even when there's no recognition. It's choosing excellence when you could get by with average. It's sweeping the floor like it's a stage. It's sending the email like it's an assignment from heaven. Some people are waiting for God to trust them with more, while God is waiting for them to steward what they already have. There's a verse that says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. That's not just a principle, it's a process. Your daily choices are building a track record, a resume of trust. And when the time is right, when the door opens, when the big opportunity arrives, God won't have to question whether you're ready. Your faithfulness will speak for itself. Don't overlook the small assignments. Don't despise the season of hiddenness, because the greatness you're praying for is often hidden inside the faithfulness you're avoiding. What you're doing now matters more than you think. You may think it's just a job, just a routine, just a responsibility, but heaven is watching how you handle it. The stage is coming, the spotlight is coming. The next level is coming, but what will determine whether you stand firm in that moment isn't how big your dreams are, it's how faithful you've been with the little. So give your best now, serve fully now. Be excellent now, because faithfulness in the small doesn't go unnoticed. It unlocks the big. Certainly. Here's a fully expanded version of key point 6 from the speech, with no subtitle or conclusion. God responds to obedience, not excuses. That may be a hard truth, but it's also a liberating one, because while excuses give you a temporary escape, Obedience gives you long-term breakthrough. Excuses sound good to the ear, but obedience speaks directly to the heart of God. Too often we delay what we're called to do with words like "I'm not ready," "It's not the right time," "I don't have the resources," "I'm still healing," "I'm waiting for a sign." But delayed obedience is still disobedience. You don't need more confirmation. You need more courage. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a willing heart. Excuses might make you feel justified in the moment, but they won't move you forward. They won't open doors. They won't grow your faith, and they definitely won't prepare you for what's coming. Asterisk asterisk, God doesn't bless potential. He blesses obedience. Asterisk asterisk, He's not waiting on your perfection. He's waiting on your participation. You say, "But I don't feel equipped." That's okay. He equips the ones who step out in faith. You say, "But I've failed before." That's okay. Obedience isn't about your record. It's about your response. You say, "But I'm scared." Welcome to the club. Obedience often walks hand in hand with fear. You just have to decide which one you'll follow. Excuses give you a reason to stay stuck. Obedience gives you permission to move forward. Look at how many people in the Bible didn't feel ready. Moses said, "I can't speak." Gideon said, "I'm too weak." Jeremiah said, "I'm too young." And yet, asterisk asterisk, when they obeyed anyway, God moved anyway. Asterisk asterisk, because God isn't looking for the most qualified. He's looking for the most surrendered, the ones who say, "I don't feel ready, but I trust you anyway." Obedience is how you activate the promises of God over your life, not just reading them, not just quoting them. Asterisk asterisk, living them. Asterisk asterisk, acting on them, walking in them when it's uncomfortable, unclear, and even unpopular. And here's what many people miss. Obedience is rarely convenient. It will cost you. It will challenge you. It will stretch you, but it will also build you. Every act of obedience becomes a brick in the foundation of your calling. It shapes your character. It develops your discipline. It moves you closer to the version of yourself God designed you to be. You can keep telling yourself that you'll get serious one day, but here's the reality, asterisk asterisk, you'll never drift into destiny. Asterisk asterisk, you have to decide. Excuses will always be available. There will always be a reason to delay. But your obedience today determines your capacity tomorrow. God has already placed something in your hands, a gift, a calling, a next step, but He's not going to multiply what you haven't moved on. You want Him to move mountains, but He's asking you to take the first step. He's asking you to build the altar before He sends the fire. He's asking you to prepare the field before He sends the rain. You can either feed your excuses or feed your faith, but you can't do both. So stop waiting for perfect circumstances. Stop blaming your past, your environment, your lack of support. God can work with anything asterisk asterisk except your refusal to act. Asterisk asterisk, He doesn't need your excuses. He wants your yes. Because when you obey, even in fear, even in weakness, even in uncertainty, you open the door for supernatural strength, favor, and direction. You may not feel ready, but obedience says, "I'm going anyway." And that, more than anything, is what God responds to.